Welcome to Mishna, studying Masechet Makkot Perek Mishnah Dal. Continue with the false witnesses. Over here, we're going to speak about the false witnesses. How do you prove them to be a false witness, right? Now, how do you make them edim zomemim? Specifically, edim zomemim are going to get punished with the punishment that they're trying to, extract on this other person that they're testifying against. So, en edim naasim zomemim ad sheyazimu et atzman. Right, the edim zomim become officially quote unquote false witnesses, right? Until right at what point when they themselves are incriminated, right? So they themselves are proven to be a false witness. Ketzad, how so? So amru me'edim anu odish piloni sharag tanefesh, right? We testify that so and so Reuven killed someone. Amru lahem echatem me'edim. Right, now come these witnesses, right, and testify against the first group of witnesses, the first pair, and they say, "How could you testify this? What are you talking about? Reuven, he wasn't over there in New York. He was in Jersey. He was with us the entire day. How could you say that Reuven killed someone on Monday? He was with us the entire day in New Jersey." Right? So over here, they're testifying against the case of the edim. So again, now over here there's edut mukhashet. So the testimony, right, becomes invalidated, but the edim themselves aren't considered quote unquote edim zomemim. So en elu zomemim. Aval im amru lahem heach atem edim shere atem haytem imanu beoto hayom kom piloni hare elu zomemim v'neheragim al pihem. Right? But if the second group of witnesses come and say, "What are you talking about?" First batch of witnesses, "You were with us the entire day on Monday. You couldn't have testified or seen the murder of that Reuven committed. You were with us the entire day in New Jersey. You weren't in New York at all." So over here now, the testimony, right? They're testifying against the edim themselves, not against the testimony of the edim. Right? You hear the difference? So over here, once they testify against the edim themselves, then neheragim al pihem, right? Then those edim, the edim zoamim, are killed based on the testimony of the second group of edim. Where do we learn this from? The pasuk says v'hine ed sheker. Right? It doesn't say edut sheker. It says ed sheker. Right? A false witness, not a false testimony. Right? So the only time they put to death is when they're false witnesses, not a false testimony. If there is a false testimony, it's still considered an edut mukhashet, right? And the judges are going to throw out the case. Right? Obviously, they're not going to prevent to death based on this if the testimony is false. But the edim themselves don't get the punishment of death, right? As they were trying to bring upon Reuven. And we said Neragim al pihem, right at the end of the Mishnah. So this once they are proven to be false witnesses, they are killed based on the two correct witnesses who proved them wrong. Even though it's 2 against 2, because it's not 2 against 2 in the testimony itself. They are testifying that you are with us on this and this day. So we accept their words, and the edim, right, would be killed.